Hello.
We're live now. No one's here yet, since we're not doing a pre-stream.
Hello, no one.
You know, I think our pre-stream playlist is actually quite safe. I just need to go through it and remove, like, my covers can't be on there anymore, and, like, a couple of other things.
Yeah, you just need to go and make sure.
But until I go through it, I'm just, like, not having a pre-stream. Oh, shit, that scared me. That was fast.
Hello.
That was so fast. We just went live.
So fast.
I didn't even realize it registered that we went
was like
live
30
that
seconds.
fast. Yo, Cynthia!
What's up?
Is it that time already? 22 months sub, hell yeah. Oh, speaking of subs, I think I saw the Twitch rolled out some new affiliate reward thingies for tiered subs. I gotta go look over that. I don't know if maybe we qualified for an emote slot or something. I don't imagine why. Like, our subs have definitely tanked since I don't stream much anymore. So I don't know why it would do that.
Take what you can get.
Yeah, I'll look into it. I just skimmed that email. I don't fucking read.
Kemi
What do I look like someone who can read? Hang on, I haven't even made a tweet yet. You were so quick on the draw. How are you tonight, Boo Boo?
You're to enjoy this crazy piano music?
Yeah, this is a jam, by the way. I was saying before stream, nobody that watches us and basically nobody ever in the United States knows anything about Zekbok, but it reminds me of an Epic of Zekbok song called Nyoa's Sword Dance. It's really good. You guys should listen to Zekbok, it's great.
I think there's more people, like, locally that listen to Zekbok than...
I have met one other English-speaking person that likes Zekbok that I did not make listen to it, first.
Yeah. See, that's the difference.
And that's Greenie, who's in the Earthbound community, and it blew my mind that she even knew what it was.
Damn.
Oh, damn, Hidden, hello! Thanks for your resub for 37 months. When did this game come out? Today. It came out today.
Today. Yesterday, actually.
Oh, yeah, it's after midnight. You know what? Shut up, Jeremy. Nobody fucking asked you. Nerdmugger, hello.
You're talking to a bot, yeah. Let's just keep it as a bot. But good.
Yeah, that works. But yeah, the point is Zekbok is very good. And I recommend everyone to listen to it. But yeah, so Deadly Premonition. I haven't been following anything about this sequel at all.
Yeah.
I saw maybe a trailer for it when it was first announced. But that's it. I don't know anything about it except that York is in it.
We're going in.
Love Deadly Premonition 1. Flaws and all. Like, it's not a good game if you look at it objectively, but it's a great game.
It is literally just cult following game.
Like, I love Twin Peaks, and it is like...
New Orleans.
It is like a love letter to Twin Peaks.
New Orleans.
Are we in Narlands?
Link?
It's only on Switch? Yes,
it's
correct.
only on Switch.
Which was surprising, because the first one, for a long time, was Xbox 360 only, which was weird.
And then another company got involved and it got ported.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
We had to, I remember, you guys have probably heard the story where we had to Frankenstein a bunch of dead 360s together in order to play it. Because people kept giving Jeremy the Red Ring 360s to fix. Let us know how the volume is, by the way. I have ducking on, but still, I have to.
That body is not together.
It sure isn't. Neither am I, to be fair. Like, don't give her a hard time.
The big mood.
In 2020, all right? None of us are really together.
Oh.
That's good. Okay, thank you. The ducking is only for you guys, so we can't tell if the audio's good on your end or not.
It's a nice template for an ice sculpture.
It is. I could dig
88 hours. That's such a interesting...
Kafka, thanks for the host.
What a way to start the new year. At this rate, I'll be dead by Easter.
This
Quiet
isn't
down,
York.
Agent Jones. You're on the clock.
Quiet down. Ha! You have any idea what you've done?
Oh no.
I'd be half naked in Havana right now if you hadn't
Wait.
shown up. Soaking up some rays, surrounded by a harem of bikini queens, a mojito in one hand,
I can
and
only
a
go in
seafood
one
slathered
direction.
Havana-style
Oh,
pizza
so it's like
in the
forcing
other.
me to do.
What did I do to deserve this?
It's doing some rails right now.
No.
Yeah.
The regional
Oh.
bureau chief merely issued a special order.
Oh.
Yeah, we're doing some rails right now.
Yeah, we're
How
on
could
rails.
I forget?
I'm trying to walk
Special order
backwards
to
and I
rob me
can't.
of my well-deserved vacation.
You want pizza? I'll buy you some pizza. You can find that junk anywhere.
Whoa! Hey! Hold on a minute. What did you just say? Pizza
I'm just
is
confused
not
because
junk.
if you're gonna put me
Pizza
on rails,
is a sacred.
first of all, he's right, but why wouldn't you just make it a cutscene if you're gonna put me on rails anyway?
Agent Jones, don't let him take control of the conversation. The moment you let your guard down, he'll strike.
What?
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 What? I was so thrown off by the being on
And
rails,
no
I wasn't
red,
paying attention.
Remember?
It's open. Come on in.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, that's right. It said Francis Zach Morgan. Spoilers, by the way, for Deadly Premonition 1.
To be fair, we never got the full story because we never played fully through the director cut. So
We got the full story. They
we got the, like-
embellished in the director's cut, and I don't agree with a lot of those embellishments.
Yeah, well, they had an epilogue and all that. Oh.
This game came out today, yes. I know you can't tell because of the graphics, but trust me, that's part of the charm of this series.
Yeah.
It looks crappy, and it's great. I am worried about the frame rate, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Your eyes are red.
Bruh, I feel that.
You have questions for us.
They got his original voice actor back.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're here, isn't it?
Wait, where'd you get that other scar?
Yeah.
Hello, Fade Roll, what's up? Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Call me Zach. I like the frame with nothing in it.
Right? Also, yeah, this looks very much like an early PS3 game,
Oh yeah,
which is
that's what I expected.
that's what I'm here for. Honestly, I'm here for that.
Who is this?
And
A
really
remix?
cheesy dialogue and really like duty like saxophones.
Yeah, this is the police car theme.
Oh, it
First game.
is. It's a remix of the original police chase theme. Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to talk about this for a second.
Yeah.
About I've played through the original, the Deadly Premonition one like 1,000 times, and I could not make it all the way through the director's cut because like I couldn't vibe with the whole narrative of it being him when he's older and telling the story to like his child or whatever. Like it rubbed me really the wrong way. Can you loiter outside a convenience store and waste time?
We'll have to see.
Probably. It wouldn't be Deadly Premonition if
All
you
right, can we
couldn't.
walk around now? Yes, we can.
I can't actually.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
Maybe I wasn't on rails and the controls are just messed up.
No,
How-
I think you're still on rails.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe. This is so distracting.
It is.
The original Deadly Premonition was tank controls, but that's not even the case here. So I don't know
Yeah, I
what's
think
going
this
on.
is just intro.
Curse you, sweary.
Oh man.
Mr. Morgan, before we question you, allow me to first read you your rights. Anything you say may be used against you in a court of law. Please keep that in mind as you speak. Do we have permission to film this?
See, if we're doing a flashback here, I'm okay with this being the sequel.
Don't worry, my fairy. They're free to do whatever they like.
Is that the drugs talking?
Something
or...
wrong, Mr. Morgan? I'm FBI Special Agent Aaliyah Davis, and this is...
Simon Jones.
Oh, she's Southern. This is in
an analyst from the Boston
Orleans.
branch. He's been monitoring us for years now.
She's Cajun.
Oh,
Nutty.
hi.
Seriously.
A
There's so many
Southern
records.
belle and a lonesome loser who can't catch a break.
Wow, rude.
Quite the uncanny duo. You'd be the perfect stars for the latest video game. Isn't that right, my fairy?
Okay, there are all the DVDs.
How
I was
many
like,
years
where are the
has it
movies?
been since someone came to chat with us? Oh, but don't ask me about my fairy.
But
That's a private matter.
I get it.
It's
References.
hard to tell what he's thinking, but my eyes can't be deceived.
So, are we gonna play chess against him, or?
God, I hope not.
Yeah, he's got the advantage, actually. We were analyzing the board before we started. Was this the game with the Sinner Sandwich? Yes.
Oh, yes, it is.
And I've had a Sinner Sandwich. It's actually not bad.
If he's hiding something, it'll come out in his face.
Wrong. Ooh.
Look, inspect, interrogate.
Let's look.
This smell. It doesn't surprise me at this point, but it'll be problematic in court if they decide his testimony is unreliable. I won't get another chance to talk to him face to face like this. I need to get him to stop smoking that for a bit.
It's already lit, man. What?
Yeah, his
Francis
face is...
Zach Morgan. He was once an FBI special agent, an extremely talented one. At least that's what they tell me. Perhaps he was a little too talented.
What in the hell does that mean?
Oh,
Ooh.
Letters of appreciation from the governor and the Department of Justice. They're caked in dust as if he doesn't even care about them.
Probably doesn't, to be honest. Looks like that's it that I can look around at. Yeah. So, I guess I'll try inspecting. I like that it's Zach's indulgence.
yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Morgan, but would you please refrain from consuming that while we speak? I'm talking about
You don't need to...
that.
Yeah. My Sinner Sandwich. Got it.
You don't need to worry about us. Don't get in our way, and we won't get in yours.
Unfortunately, questioning doesn't work like that. Our data needs to be consistent. Now please put out that stinking indulgence right this minute.
Rude?
What if we say no?
Then I'll put it out myself.
I'm getting G-Man vibes from old Zach.
Seriously, it's like big G-Man vibes.
Using force.
Whoa, whoa, Aaliyah. This is Morgan's house. Besides, it's legal in Massachusetts for individuals to consume cannabis in the comfort of their own homes.
Man, we've come a long way for a Nintendo to open up a video game, like in the first 5 minutes with just smoking a joint. Like,
And I mean, Come on.
It's medicinal.
Exactly.
Visions.
Interesting.
Interesting. Using a vision will deplete your concentration, so be careful about using it too much. Okay. I guess I'll check it out. I don't think I am getting anything out of it, though.
Huh.
That's weird. Why would you tell me about it if I couldn't...
Unless it's something over there. No. Unless it does something extra to Zach. I don't know. Time to inspect, I guess.
Hey, Belle.
Don't call me
Why
that,
are
though.
you dressed so handsomely?
Yeah, I bet this is some good shit, though.
What are you talking about?
The thick black accessory wrapped around your neck.
Oh, I understand now why they can't... He took off his tie.
That's a male necktie. The color black represents confidence and interest in the self. And your decision to wear a male tie symbolizes your declaration of war against a predominantly male society.
Well, yeah. Well, no, though.
Or perhaps it's a psychological barrier meant to hide the weakness that dwells deep within your psyche.
That actually is probably on the money, considering how she was, like, really willing to beat you up over a fucking cannabis.
Yeah,
We
alright.
admire your bravery.
I thought you retired from profiling.
Bullseye, huh?
Yep.
You're an easy one to read.
In order to think with society, a man must first gouge out his eyes and cut off his ears. Don't judge a book by its cover. For someone who's supposed to have been one of our best, you've got an awful eye for people.
Okay.
Or did all that smoke and kill all your little gray cells?
We get it. You don't like weed.
Okay, Aaliyah, that's enough.
We get it. You watched Breaking Bad.
God.
She's smart, but she's also more of a shrew than she lets on.
His
Agent
voice sounds really
Jones.
familiar.
That's sexual harassment.
Is shrew? No? Okay. I would not consider... but, you know, it's whatever.
Dark laughter.
So, Belle, does that barrier of yours also protect you from violent criminals?
No, but that's what guns are for. I suppose.
He's more dangerous than I thought. I can't read him. I'll just have to assault him head on with questions then. First, I'll
Fine,
try using the
jeez.
files on the table to shake him up.
Good luck. We get it. You watched Dexter. We get it. You watched Hannibal. We get it. Listen, you guys are right. I mean, the thing about York is he loves movies.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, now we can look at this.
An ornate antique chessboard.
This is a better look, actually.
Knife's in the way.
Yeah, it's in the way, so no. We're not quite. Nobody's quite there. But I bet that York would win immediately. I keep saying York, he's not York anymore, but, you know.
Looks like he stopped halfway through the game. But who was playing with him?
Did York just become the fairy? Is that why?
Oh, maybe.
I mean, because that was the exact way that he introduced Zach in the first game, where he was like, don't ask about Zach, by the way. That's a private matter. And, but like, the only thing that confuses me is why would he change
These
what he
files are
refers
from
to
the
him
case
as?
that took place just outside of New Orleans in 2005. The agent who handled the case was Francis Zach Morgan. And now he's sitting right in front of me.
I'm gonna wind up depleting all of my concentration, but like it introduced it to me and I want to know what it does.
Yeah.
Can I use it on the chess game?
I don't know.
Oh, wait.
It's in the files.
Yeah, there is a thing.
Do you remember the homicides that took place in Le Carre, Louisiana in 2005?
I don't think I did that right. We get it. You watched Law and Order CSI. You definitely did.
We solved that case.
Your report states the following. By coincidence, you encountered a serious incident in a town you visited while on vacation. You then decided to steal the right to investigate from the local law enforcement and took over the case.
Yeah, it
After
sounds like
several
something we
more
do.
homicides, you managed to apprehend the perpetrator.
If that's referring to the first game, they did send him there.
It's not.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happened. We stole the right to investigate from them, just as you said.
It all started when the body of a 16-year-old girl was discovered. You arrived in Le Carre immediately
Okay.
after that, didn't you?
We just can't seem to keep ourselves away from dead girls.
That's not good to have on record.
Yeah, no kidding.
Zach, please.
Did you really visit that town just to take a vacation?
We don't know. If you already have the report, then we suggest you read it, Belle. Either way, that case is closed.
Closed. You sure about that? Don't you think this puzzle is still missing some crucial pieces?
Okay, I have to say something because it's really bothering me.
What?
It's been bothering me since the game started. Her default pose, her back is so constantly
It's so
arched.
arched.
Like, when she was walking, I was like, oh, damn, girl, like, you're wearing heels, I get it, but, like, sticking the booty right out there. But then she sat down, and I was just like, you can relax. Like, you don't need to have your back that arched. Like, damn. Like, it looks like she's doing, like, a horse stance, like she's not actually touching the chair.
Oh, yeah.
She's just squatting. Man. Anyways. I could not have... the spine goes crotch.
Come on. No need to beat around the bush with us, Belle.
Yeah, it's very Widowmaker.
They found Lise Clarkson's body. It was hidden deep within the Clarkson Food Delivery Services cold storage warehouse.
After 14 years, we finally discovered the body of the very first victim. Do you know what this means? That's why we're here. The first victim in the case he solved, Lise Clarkson. This is a photograph of what she looks like now. How will he react when he sees it?
Wait, how many years ago? How old is he now?
I don't know.
Getting confused. I'm trying to be like, is this a totally separate thing than the Raincoat Killer? Because
Yeah.
he was following a trail. So I'm like, is this the first victim in that string of homicides that led him to Greendale?
Well, I guess we're gonna find out.
But she's something like only, what, 14 years ago or something like that? He looks way older than that. Anyways, sorry.
The body that went missing for 14 years was suddenly discovered frozen in a warehouse. This is some kind of message from the victim to us.
Yeah, thigh is strong as fuck. I still never got it. I'm doing it again. But what do I do? I can't select anything.
The body that went missing for 14 years this is some kind.
It doesn't. How do I use it? Is there a way to know?
Did you look or inspect it? I'm not talking about the whole L thing.
Well, it's supposed to give me like.
I don't think we use that right
Oh,
now.
you know what? You know what I bet it is? It's highlighted because that's the thing I need to select. So if I was in a room with a ton of things that I could inspect, it would highlight the thing that is important.
I think that's exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, so I wasted all those things, but at least I figured out what the thing is.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
This is what moves the plot.
Gotcha.
Got it.
We're
Okay, it's a hint
pleased
system. Okay.
that her body turned up. Deeply pleased.
Zach.
You claim to have closed this case, but now a lost body suddenly surfaced. Aren't you curious about the details?
Body or not, we already solved that case. Lisa's body can't change anything now. And it certainly has nothing to do with us.
I suspect the body was stored there rather than abandoned, due to the unnatural state it was found in. She was found frozen in a storage unit. Therefore, she looks exactly the same as she did when she disappeared.
And, you know, that's an aesthetic right there. I'm just saying.
In fact, she's in such good condition that we can even determine the murder weapon and cause of death.
Well, good for you.
Even stranger is how unbelievably beautiful she looks.
What?
I mean, she's frozen. It would preserve her. She's pretty.
At first glance, few would guess she was a murder victim at all. She looks more like a piece of art, or a mythological figure from a painting.
This keeps getting better and better.
That was how we found Anna. She looked beautiful.
Yeah, that's true.
As she was strung up in a tree or whatever.
Better and better?
That was just how he did it, you know?
Isn't that right, my fairy?
What's so unnatural about finding a body chopped up and nice, right? Right?
A corpse as beautiful as a goddess.
What was his name again? The actual Forrest
Kaysen.
Yeah,
Kaysen.
Kaysen. That was how he did it.
Sounds just like our story.
That went okay. Now I'm sure that Morgan's hiding something. I may be able to get what I want if we go deeper into the documents.
I wonder if any of you guys, like, if any of our viewers are familiar with, like, New Orleans. Because to me, her accent does not sound authentic. But I've never been to New Orleans, so I don't know. I kind of want
That
to check this out.
chessboard looks rather old. And you can't even buy those ivory pieces anymore.
Aha! Fade! Wow, what a coincidence. Fade's from Louisiana.
Well, there you go.
There you go. It's not authentic. That kills me. See, this is why, as a voice actor, I can do accents, but I don't feel comfortable with doing any of them unless they're, like, native, like North Carolina and New York.
Right. They were banned by the CITES Treaty.
Because it's like usually when somebody's casting, they look for someone native. They look for a voice actor who can natively produce that accent. So it's weird to me that they would hire someone and be like, "You're not from here, but do an accent."
That was made in France in the 1900s. We know it's in bad taste. But the weight of the ivory just feels so good in our hands.
Sounds like she's from Tennessee trying to be Mississippi. Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. Like, she's Southern, and they were like, good enough. Just try to get the dialect right. Yo, what's up, Seal? How you doing?
You play chess alone?
Is that a crime?
No. But it's a hard game to enjoy when you're all by yourself.
Maybe with that attitude.
He's probably just replicating famous games. Or trying to solve problems from a chess workbook. Right, Morgan?
You
I
sure
may not
do.
look it, but I'm actually a bit of a chess nut myself.
You do look it, actually.
When I was in school, I used to pore over
Remember
every
Usha?
issue of Chess Life, the magazine published by the U.S. Chess Federation.
No, that was a chestnut.
Well, unfortunately, your guess is completely wrong, Agent Jones. He isn't replicating a famous game, nor is he solving workbook problems.
I love the lip syncing. I just have to say, it's remarkable. Like, I'm not even being sarcastic. I love it. It's so bad that I love
There
it.
isn't a single chess book to be found in this apartment. And I didn't find any chess-related websites in his internet history.
Hello.
He was simply playing chess. All alone.
So?
So,
Who cares? I'm glad me and Morgan are on the same page. Yeah, I'm also wondering when we checked his internet history, but you don't necessarily need to be in his house to check his internet history, I guess.
what's wrong with that, Belle?
I don't understand it. How could a single human being seriously play as both sides?
Bruh.
You just publicly confessed to stealing personal data. Seems like that's a much bigger problem.
Oh no, everything was done in a perfectly legal manner. We simply happened to intercept a handful of data being sent out from an unknown origin.
Ooh, now she's really trying to scare us. Did you hear that, my fairy? Serious nightmare fuel.
Oh, God.
I don't think it's York that he's talking to. I think it's something else entirely. Yeah, it's not that weird to play chess alone. I don't She seems like the kind of person that, like, doesn't understand mental illness a whole lot or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, the one that's like, ADHD's not real. Doctors made it up. If you're depressed, just try not being sad. Like, she seems like one of those types, you know what I mean? She seems like a Scorpio. She's a Karen.
Wow.
I don't know about a Karen. But she just kind of, she tries a little too hard. Anyways.
You may be wondering why we decided to unearth all these old files.
I am intrigued about what this has to do with Greendale, if at all. It's got to be connected.
Everything happens for a reason.
But there wasn't much we
whoops,
could actually
shit.
investigate due to the damage caused by the hurricane.
Oh, yeah, it's 2005.
Is that when this takes place? Just after Katrina?
Yep.
Oh, whoop.
Then we assume you also questioned everyone who worked in the warehouse.
Of course. We questioned all the Clarkson Food Delivery Services employees who staffed the warehouse and its owner. But we still have yet to obtain any key testimonies.
Par for the course with a 14-year-old case, if you ask me.
Nobody did. But
Nobody.
that's fine.
Nobody even thought of asking you.
Not to mention how bad the timing was. Most of the employees were on vacation.
So, you gave up on the investigation and came to see us instead.
Yeah, her accent is bothering me. I'm trying not
Remember
to,
what
because
happened,
she's not a bad
my
actor, but the accent is distracting. And that's the thing that kills me, is like, you can get a really good voice actor and then...
Hey, nobody's said that this is Louisiana where we're at right now. In fact, we're in Massachusetts, is that what you said?
No, we're in New Orleans.
No, that's where the case is.
Oh, that's where the case was?
Nobody said this is New Orleans.
I thought we were in New Orleans.
No, I can't remember what he said earlier.
Shit. Maybe I'm super wrong then. Maybe we're just in the...
Also, nobody said that she grew up in New Orleans. We don't know that.
We don't, but I
So,
took it
chill.
as we're in New Orleans and he placed her as a Southern Belle type, so...
Yeah.
And then
And that's true.
specifically said that the other guy was from Boston. And
Yeah.
So I just
That
conferred
warehouse.
she was from
That
New
man.
Orleans. From Nolans.
So incoherent. Such a pain.
Hey, are you talking about
And to be fair, this guy's from Boston, and he does not sound like he's from Boston. Like, if you're going for stereotypical accents, I mean. Like, I don't sound like I'm from North Carolina. Unless I
The
decided
guy
to go
who
hard.
managed the vault where Lisa's body was found?
The vault?
Yeah, I think he started working there in 2005.
But isn't that this year?
What year is it
What
anymore?
year is it? Where are we and what year is it? We just started the game and I haven't paid enough attention to know where we are.
Remember, Aaliyah? You said he was a pain to deal with, too.
The large man, yes? No need to answer, if you don't want to. I'm sure you've already put him under surveillance. Textbook FBI protocol.
What's my favorite accent? Oh man, that's hard. I really loved I used to work with a woman, Lisa. She was from Yorkshire. And I could listen to her talk all day. We would be sewing. We'd sew together, and instead of cursing loudly at things like everybody else, she would just like prick herself on something and be like, "Oh, you little twat knacker!" Like,
Yeah,
she
great.
was so cute. I loved her. I don't know if that's my favorite though. I'll have to think on that one for a minute. Well, I guess I'll have to just go at the files again.
Isn't there someone else you should have talked to before coming to us? Such as...
We were unable to reach Patricia Clarkson. You look surprised. I thought you already knew. After all, you visited Louisiana last week.
Oh, okay. So we're not in Louisiana.
Okay.
I apologize to the voice actress. I was confused.
We assumed you met with her during your time there.
Not in 14 years.
Okay.
Is that so?
We've been right here in our apartment this entire time. That man is our witness. Aren't you, Simon?
What?
He's right. He didn't even take a single step outside on Christmas Eve.
Does he have everything delivered to him? Yeah, I guess so. Looking at all the milk cartons taped together.
Yeah,
Though, that could just be
That's-
like an art project.
That is interesting.
Those should be refrigerated. So, there's that.
Which means that I didn't get to either.
Are you positive about that? I took the liberty of checking some airline records. Last Friday, the name Billy Bishop was listed on a morning flight out of Boston. This is the fake name you used to use as an agent, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know.
A mere coincidence.
Yet that's not all. That evening on the same day, a man with a large scar on his forehead allegedly purchased an '89 Cadillac from a small used car lot in Le Carré. He reportedly said he wanted something old, big, and strong.
Sorry.
The owner of the car lot felt it was a strange order, so it stuck in his mind.
Our world is filled with mysteries, and they always have the most bizarre timing.
Incidentally, on the following day, an identical Cadillac was taken to a scrapyard in Trenton, New Jersey.
You can find that type of car anywhere.
He's not wrong.
Isn't that right, my fairy?
Morgan's right. Everything happens for a reason.
That wasn't a very good case.
It's a super weak argument. You haven't found the credits aren't online yet? Huh. Well, then we'll just have to beat this so we can, get to the credits.
Even this messy room. There must be a reason for it.
Dad had other shit to
Especially when
do.
it comes to those strangely tidy spots. They're practically begging me to question them.
I have been looking at that triangle on the table for like
Yeah.
this entire time, just being like,
Yeah, what? Well, there you
let's
go.
ask about the DVDs. Hell yeah.
A
Let's talk about
stinking
movies.
indulgence. And a massive DVD collection.
Hell yeah.
Lola X.
Oh shit, wait, hang on, let's see what we can pick out. We got Police Dogs, Ninja Police, Lola X. Oh shit, is that a reference to Run Lola Run?
Yeah. That's
Hell
what I
yeah,
think.
that's a good movie.
Aqua Time 2.
Oh hell yeah. Circus Show. Oh, Emerald Dragon
Emerald
and
Dragon.
Emerald Dragon 2.
That's... I can't read the first one.
I see Cowboy something. It looks like Cowboy Bebop. I'm not gonna lie.
Dogcopter.
Dogcopter? The circle. It's definitely the ring.
Rental car.
Richard Hotel. Old Billy.
Oh, Billy,
Final Impact. Is that supposed to be Final Destination? Oh hell yeah! 48 Days Later.
Deep Sea.
Oh, is that supposed to be What Lies Beneath? It looks like the same text. I love it. Maybe he'll indulge us with actual, because these are all like not real. They're like spoof names, but in the original, he talked about actual movies and like credited directors and stuff.
Yeah, The Evil Mountain 4.
The Evil Mountain 4.
You must live a very comfortable life.
The Evil Mountains, that Brokeback Mountain. This is good. He talked about really old movies in the original, though, to be
Yeah,
fair, so I don't know if it was
Tired, remember?
an issue with copyright. I loved the bits where he talked about Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, because I was just like, I don't even know anyone living that has seen that other than me. Like, it's notorious, but it's also so old that most people in our generation haven't watched it.
Retired in your 40s.
Nani?
Oh, okay, so maybe he is.
Well, he did have white hair. Zach has
Oh,
white hair.
that's right. It fucks me up because I remember York, not Zach.
Yeah, Zach has white hair.
Age was not super kind to you.
I'm envious.
But who doesn't love movies, Belle?
I'm not a fan.
Of movies?
Ooh.
What's wrong? Are you like one of those weirdos that has no hobbies and like doesn't like animals? What's wrong with you?
Oh, that won't do. You should dedicate all the free time you have to watching movies. It's practically an unwritten law. Films guide us.
It's an art form.
Films are filled with every important life lesson there is.
And also every unimportant life lesson.
Is that so?
For example, They Live,
That's real.
Yeah.
1988,
Nice.
directed by John Carpenter.
Hell yeah.
That film taught us a valuable lesson. Always put on your sunglasses before a fight.
You know, you got a point.
There's some of the original game shining through.
Movies teach us about everything we need to know. I learned about the right way to eat frozen pizza from Cobra. It's one of Stallone's best films. Before that, I wouldn't be caught dead trying to eat frozen pizza. I thought it wasn't fit for human consumption,
Oh, it's okay. You saw the light, and that's what matters.
but that film changed my life.
Simon, that has nothing to do with the film. You're just talking about pizza.
It's good. It's really good. This is what I
Mr.
play this
Morgan.
game for.
I found several spots in this room that look strangely clean.
This series is all about the dialogue and bad graphics.
Did you tidy up a bit because you knew we were coming?
Those are sanctuaries.
Sanctuary.
They've existed from the start.
What?
Sanctuaries.
What?
That's right. Sacred places. Hovels for pure souls, if you will.
Whoa.
You lost me.
He's been smoking a little too much.
Were there originally objects in those hovels? Something you didn't want us to see?
The soul's still there. We haven't touched a thing. But we know you can't see anything.
Bro,
Hey, Simon, don't touch the sanctuary.
Sorry.
That's a sanctuary.
I'm gonna use that too the next time I get asked about cleaning up.
Yeah,
It's a sanctuary.
that's the
Ever
toilet.
Touch it again. You've been watching us for 4.5 years, and you couldn't even figure that much out.
Damn. Let the man live.
So, okay.
My bad. It's my first time actually coming inside, you
Love
know.
the hand. I love
Like-
this. This is literally just it's Gmod.
I want to, yeah, like that animation is incredible. His head is not moving at
This
all.
isn't Source Filmmaker. It's Gmod.
Like, and like I'm pretty sure if you move the camera behind him, like the other part of his hand is clipping into his head. I'm pretty
It
sure.
doesn't even look like a hand anymore. Look at it.
I really want a gif of
It
this.
looks like a long appendage with little fingers.
It's really good.
You're earning far more than you deserve then.
I'm like, I wanted to make a joke about the like coming inside dialogue, but like, it was the least of things that were happening.
What were you doing all day in that black Suburban?
Pizza.
We thought wiretapping was your specialty. Don't tell me. Crossword puzzles. What do you think, my fairy?
Is it Emily? What happened to her?
It could be Emily. Emily?
Wait, yeah, that's right.
She went with York.
Yeah, it's got to be her then. It's got to be Emily he's
It could
talking
be.
to.
4.5 years. All that time, and what does he have to show for it?
Crossword puzzles? No way. Come on, I thought you knew. I'm a Sudoku guy.
I knew it.
God damn it.
Agent Jones,
Oh, right.
he's completely taking control of the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he
At this
does.
rate, we'll never get anywhere. I need to press him some more.
Be direct.
You got to press it on you.
Agent Jones, did you find the files?
His hand. It's just. I love it. It doesn't even.
There it
Hey,
is.
there
There
we
it
are.
is.
Now we're getting into the good shit. This is the stuff I know about. Oh, man. Kemi, did you ever tell me what Sheer character I remind you of? I don't think I did, but the answer is Perfuma. Just from first instinct. Yo, Nerdburger, welcome back. We're getting into the familiar
Morgan.
stuff now.
Do you recognize these files?
Oh. 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 Oh.
Whoa! Ow!
What?
We told you. That's a sanctuary.
Let him go! Assaulting an FBI agent is an obstruction
told
of
you.
justice!
We told you. Go. Ah! Stay back. Stay back. Sanctuary. Down. Surrounded. Ah! Ah!
Oh,
Ah! Yeah.
wait, when did she get that cut?
Don't know.
Mr. Morgan?
Red obviously upsets him, so. For obvious reasons.
Oh, yep.
That was why he took his tie off. You can't.
I cut my finger with that can opener this morning. I thought I stopped the bleeding, but it seeped through.
How in the hell?
How could I be so stupid?
On the top of your finger?
Gloves.
How did you do that, first of all? And second of all, gloves.
Everything
There
should
you
be
go.
fine now. I'm sorry for being so careless. I made sure to read through your file and learn about your condition.
There's that fucking jam again. It's so good. That's where her fingernail is. That's why it's even worse, because in the original game, where you found the red seeds in Anna were under her fingernails.
Yep.
And in her mouth, I think, also.
Well, not more like lodged and deep in the throat.
Yeah, it was in the throat, actually. So, like, it would be very upsetting for him. And I've been paying attention. I haven't really noticed any red in his apartment at all.
Yeah.
They're very careful about
It's up
that,
right
I
there.
guess. Where?
On that rusted tin can.
That's not red.
It's kind of red.
No.
It's rustic red.
No, it's brown.
It's rustic red.
It's, I mean, they're like warm colors, but it's not red.
The color red. Such an unusual thing to fear.
Not in the context of this case.
Please. Accept my deepest apologies.
I'm sorry too, Morgan.
Yeah, it's all muted. There's lots of browns,
Yeah.
yellows, even oranges, but like muted oranges, but
I don't
nothing
know what
bright
I was
red.
Thinking. I'll never touch one of your sanctuaries ever again. And no more red either.
Yeah, it's terracotta, Jeremy. Jesus. Like, were you born yesterday? Or did you just learn how to, like, see colors? I'm sorry, that was mean.
Don't ever touch one again. I told them not to. Why would they do that? Make them go away.
Now, may we return to our discussion?
What? He's
Don't
upset.
I won't let them touch again.
Why would you? She's
Strangely
seriously.
enough, this man has a fear of the color red.
Oops.
She does not
Justified.
understand trauma at all.
Yeah, it's justified.
Yeah.
And I believe that fear is connected to the Greenville case.
Yes.
And cases before that.
Well, sorta. He didn't really fear red before Greenvale. Though there was that one case where he got his first scar where that lady, like, put razor blades in her fingernails.
I just mean the seeds came from earlier cases.
Right. But he didn't really fear them before then.
In fact, he's known about the seeds all his life because it killed his mother and his dad.
It killed his mother? Oh, that's right. That's right. That was one of the things they retconned in.
Mr. Morgan?
She's big judgy. It's like she's never, you can tell she's never really, like, suffered in that way. So she doesn't understand where people who have experienced trauma are coming from.
Yeah.
But the problem is that most people try to understand, she does not care.
I'd like to ask you some questions about this case now.
She's already judged us before she got here.
We don't.
I say as us as we're playing as her, but like, I think of us as Morgan always.
Want to remember that town.
I'm sorry, but there's no way around this. I remember hearing about this case on the news when I was still a student. A high school girl named Anna Graham was murdered and the FBI stepped in to take over the case. I also remember it becoming a sprawled investigation due to evidence found in the victim's throat.
Yep.
Is that correct? After that case, you went on sick leave for 2 years. And when you returned, you requested to be switched over to desk work. What happened?
Oh, dude, you wouldn't even believe me.
Aliens.
That's a private matter.
I don't want to say it was aliens, but
None of your business, Bill.
it wasn't really aliens, but also...
Were you traumatized?
Yes. Stop arching your back like that. Is something wrong with your spine? Are you okay?
It's a common problem with prolific agents such as yourself. But there's another possibility that may make more sense. Perhaps you simply finished making preparations.
What?
What are you getting at?
Thinking too much about something will always turn it into a problem. The Greenvale case. Don't you think it resembles the Luke Carre case?
Yes?
Read the report.
I guess if that took place afterwards and Kaysen was, like, gone.
We have nothing else to say.
There's nothing. It's not.
I just need one more push. One more thing that can summon up the past.
Dude, he's traumatized. Leave him alone.
What?
What?
A jar of honey with honeycomb inside it.
Aw, man. Someone actually gave something like that to me. They were like, it's really good fucking honey, and there's still a comb, and I never actually ate it, and it just went bad.
There's nothing strange about it, but it still
Honey
gives me
boy.
a weird feeling.
Sorry. Just reminded me of that.
It's like, I'm so terrified of bees that the idea of eating a comb disgusts me. Like, I like honey, but like, looking at the comb in the jar, I was just like, I'm not touching that. And it just went bad. And it was probably really
The silver
good.
clock in that trash pile. Is that an H5?
Why do you know that?
That's right. John Harrison's fifth chronometer. Completed in 1770. After many years, he completed it and presented it to the Board of Longitude in order to end their feud with him.
That's me.
It's only a replica, of course.
You like clocks?
Clocks are amazing. Prime fruit of the human race's intellect.
I mean, yeah, they're pretty cool.
We took the invisible idea of time and manifested it in these.
Yeah, I love clocks too. Absolutely fascinating.
I disagree.
You know what? This other guy, I've already forgotten his name again. He's all right.
Oh? Why?
Time is valuable precisely because it can't be seen. Yet nowadays, people can't tell what time it is unless it's measured in numbers. Talk about idiocy.
Dude,
That's.
seriously?
Hold on.
As somebody who has like horrible time blindness, I'm offended. That other guy's cool though.
I don't mean to side with the Board of Longitude, but remember, humans used to cross oceans with the stars alone. We have our eyes to read moon
They also
charts
died
and
by
study
those
the
stars,
sky.
too.
We don't need clocks.
This is a really weird hill to die on, lady.
What if it's cloudy or storming?
All you need is courage and a love for adventure.
Straight to the bottom.
That's
Hear
how
that,
people
my
drown.
fairy? Courage and a love for adventure? Come on, Belle.
Everybody laugh.
Surely you know how many lives have been claimed by your pals' courage and adventure.
Hey, hold on a second here.
Simon's okay.
That Board of Longitude thing. What the heck is that?
Not important.
I mean, I've heard of it before.
I appreciate the chat's laughing.
I'm an FBI analyst, remember? I just sort of can't remember it right
Board of
now.
Longitude. That's
I
a
know what
porn
it
name.
is, really. I'm telling the truth. Come on, Aaliyah, back me up here. Aaliyah?
Dude, throw him a bone. Come on. I'm on Simon's side now.
Uh-oh.
I kind of want to ask him about it.
That's royal jelly.
Huh?
It's not weird that he has honey, but it's weird that it's like stored as far away from his kitchen as possible.
Huh?
You were staring at the jar, weren't you? Do you find it strange that there's honeycomb inside? We wanted to harvest royal jelly in its most natural state.
It's not weird.
The queen's main food source, created from the worker bee's secretions. It's a perfect food, filled with power, meant to fuel the birth of the next queen. By absorbing it into our own bodies, we too can acquire that power.
If I wasn't so weirded out by bees, I'd be into that.
Incidentally, did you know that all the worker bees are female?
What is that? I didn't know that. Is that
don't know.
true?
No.
Guess they didn't teach you that at Quantico. Male bees are only born to inseminate. And they're born from unfertilized eggs to boot.
Haha, what idiots.
They have short lives and don't even get stingers. Sort of feels like a glimpse into the future of our society, wouldn't you agree?
I wish.
Women are gifted with the power to conceive, give birth, and nourish their children. But men are consumed with the job of providing women with the chance to do so.
But they run shit. What's up with that?
If women no longer had to rely on men for the seeds of life, they would soon cease to desire them, we believe.
True.
Be careful, Simon.
Huh? Of what?
He's
There
doing
it goes
it again.
He's lubing up again.
I really need this as a GIF. Like, I'm gonna have to send this footage to somebody later and just like, it has to happen. Just that nothing on him moves but the arm.
It's so wiggly.
Your bell's already stolen the reins from you.
His hand is like a sloth.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, no, fucking York or Zach Morgan. I'll just call him Morgan. He's the best. His entire I'm so happy and pleased that they got the original voice actor to come back for this
Yeah.
because he's a shining star. I love him.
Mr. Morgan, please look at this.
I wish I knew his voice actor so I could give him the credit he deserves.
What did we just say? We don't want to remember Greenvale.
This isn't a photo from Greenvale. Look closely at it. Former Special Agent Francis Zach Morgan.
It's really weird to hear that name.
This photograph predates Greenvale.
Oh, is it a red tree?
It's from the Lucare case you worked on in 2005.
What year is it?
Red. Red tree.
Yeah, it's a red tree.
Red tree.
Yes, a red tree. Greenvale wasn't the first place you saw one of these. The Greenvale case and the Lise Clarkson murder case. They're connected by these red trees, aren't they?
Red trees. Both places. Growing. Roots. Seeds.
I'm just gonna let him mutter for a minute.
Trees.
The trees are people.
Answer me. What
she
are
she
these
is.
trees?
She's such a dick. I don't like her.
They're people.
Red trees. Figured it.
I want the truth. Tell me everything you know.
I mean, it was Kaysen that was growing them, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They were
The
also
red trees.
in our psyche all the time. But I guess that's because of our parents.
You really did your homework. Well done, Belle. You're good.
Our arm is clipping into the chair. I love it.
Damn good.
Are you ready to talk now? I want to know what went down in Le Carré in 2005.
Fine. We'll tell you.
This is definitely like a variation, a callback to what's the name of the one in Greenvale? The acoustic track. I think it's called. It's like got a really long name. It's like the Goddess of the Woods and something.
Oh yeah.
We'll tell
That's
you
good.
The
what
Woods and
happened
Goddess.
in that town. Yes. It was that red tree. That red tree ruined my life. It was a sultry summer day. The sun comes down hard on you in the south,
It's that humidity, dog.
like a torrential downpour of demonic whispers.
That's
That's
accurate.
also the humidity.
Yeah, it's the humidity.
It all started back in that sweltering summer.
This trumpet is dope, actually.
We still had our best friend with us back then. The other me. My better half.
Your new best friend. He's talking about York.
Who?
You know, York. So now we're getting to the
Got through
actual
the
game.
intro.
Because I know you play as York in this game, so I knew that was just an intro, and we're gonna actually go back in the past and play through it.
Never a choice when somebody needs you. You can't turn.
What up, Sweary?
You're their only
I have
lifeline.
another
You
bar
weird
named
fucker.
Swear.
The hero, a bullet for hire, working alone.
Oh shit, I hope we don't get in trouble for playing this song.
A cry in the darkness,
Too late.
an echo of pain that's been long
Snake.
forgotten, but it haunts
Look at that
me.
snick!
My destiny to be alone.
Yeah, Sweary, this is a Sweary game, yeah.
There's a time
You say we'll be fine, but
life
anything that a company can claim can get us banned. So, you know,
should know
that's cool.
will destroy you.
We can never play Yakuza again, by the way.
To keep searching, walk
They
alone.
have licensed music in it. Shit, that was rad. Dude,
What? Hold on, what?
this is so fucking rad, though. Hello? Oh, hell yeah. That was awesome. Isn't it only from VODs and clips, though? I don't know, and I'm not going to take that chance. Also, we archive everything we stream, so it's automatic.
Oh, there it goes.
God, that was so good. I love that. The only swear game I've played is JJ Macfield and the Island of Memories. I've never even heard of that. I think Deadly Premonition is...
There he is.
There he is. There's the boy. I think Deadly Premonition's the only swear game I've ever played. And I love it. Maybe we'll do a replay through of the original, since Sicey, or Kafka, sorry, sent us Deadly Premonition 1, the port for the Switch, like a physical copy, the other day. So maybe I'll play through the first game again and see how the Switch version is, because I really love that game.
Can you hear me, Zach?
Hell yeah. I like that there's no time limit on this. The QTEs fucked me up in the original pretty bad.
There you are, Zach.
It was the only hard part.
Sleeping again? Well, rise and shine. It's time for us to head back out into the chaos.
Hell yeah. The boys are back in town. Though, to be
Isn't
fair,
that right? Zach?
to be fair to Deadly Premonition, the QTs were hard, but they prepared me for Shenmue.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hell yeah. It's a nice duck you have there. Thank you. It genuinely makes me happy when someone appreciates the duck.
Duck.
So now we're in Louisiana. So anybody, the Louisiana natives, aka Fade Roll, take notice.
Lobster.
Feel free to judge all accents from here on out.
Zach, it looks like she wants us to join her for breakfast. Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to us.
Wait, by now shouldn't we actually have switched though? This is after Greenvale. Hell yeah, look at us. I love that face.
Look at that, Zach. She's welcoming us with open arms. She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an honor.
Give her the pineapple.
Hurry up and chow down, mister.
Huh?
Unless you like your breakfast stale.
That hat was
What
absurdly
an
long.
amazing place. I've been on top of the moon since the moment I got here. And the name of this wonderful town, Le Carré, sounds like French to me. But what does it mean?
How can you eat lobster for
I'm
breakfast?
the chef, David. If you want to know about the town, you'd better ask the concierge. Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
What?
Okay. All right.
Did you hear that, Zach? He's a true professional.
Hell yeah.
You say something, mister?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
Zach?
Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
If you say so, still. Never thought the FBI would ever come out to a little old town like ours.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
Never thought there'd be a murder out here either. And it was a 16-year-old kid. Now, I tell you, this country's seen better days.
There's
What you
murder
reckon,
everywhere,
mister?
dude. You got guns and
Zach, he's
axes on your
definitely a
walls.
professional, but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome. That's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Folks say the killer used an axe. Hell of an old-fashioned choice, if you ask me.
You've got like 5 axes.
Actually, Chef David, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident.
Well, shoot. I ain't the one you ought to be asking, Mr. FBI. I only heard what I heard. But seeing as you're fixing to grill me, I can tell you what I know.
Please do. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry, like the hard switch from the smile to frown was so choice. Also, I'm excited that you mentioned that game is in your Steam library that I can have access to, because I'll definitely play through it at some point. I don't know when, but now that I know it's there. Okay, so the accent's on point, but he's coming on really strong. Well, I'm sure that there are at least some natives that still have really strong accents. As long as it's not... As long as it sounds authentic. Though maybe that's coming from a perspective of North Carolina, like the dialect and the severity of it varies from the coast to the mountains. So
Yep.
it's like on the coast where we live, it's not really there. There's like a smattering. And then when you get to the mountains, it's like unintelligible. You can't understand what people are saying at all. It's so strong. What do you hear here is trying too hard to be clear with his talking with the accent. You know what it is then, I bet? If the accent is authentic, I bet that's a director choice. That's probably the director being like, you need to enunciate more so that it's clear what you're saying. And it's just like a bad direction choice. I know exactly what you mean. Anyways, let's ask about this victim.
You said the victim was a 16-year-old. Did you know her?
Well, sure. I reckon the whole town did.
Meaning?
She's Lise Clarkson, the little grandbaby of the Clarkson family.
The Clarkson family?
That's right.
I can hear it too, yeah.
You ain't seen they sign on your way in here? The one above that huge cold storage complex. Should have had a dragonfly on it.
Okay.
First of all, I remember the dragonfly on his mail in the apartment and the scene that we just came from, where he was old. At his desk or whatever. And second of all, I can definitely tell that the accent is authentic. Even though I've never been to New Orleans, I can hear it.
Anyway, that's the Clarkson family seal. They own most of the land around here.
His neck
From the
looks
sugar
so weird, I can't
plantation
stop
right
looking
down
at
to
it.
the food processing plant.
Do what?
His neck looks so weird, I can't stop looking at it.
His neck? Yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't really have much of a
It
neck.
doesn't blend in, so it looks like a chin all the way down.
It does.
Yeah, I reckon they
It's
got a
weird.
stake in just about everything. They even own the water tower on the edge of town, you know? They're the ones who built up this town, and they still support it.
Now I'm wondering, like, what that other FBI agent woman, what she was supposed to be. What do you guys think?
Good on the list.
Yeah, let's ask what you know about New Orleans. Let's see how much research went into this on Sweary's part.
Live and Let Die, Angel Heart, and The Pelican Brief, right? 9 out of 10 people will name those titles when you ask them to think of a film set in New Orleans. They're all excellent movies, but to me they lack realism. Due to my line of work, I have a tendency to think deeply about what feels real and what doesn't.
What's your point?
Cat people.
Huh?
What?
What?
She was supposed to be an asshole? Yeah, that's fair.
That's my point. Cat people.
Okay.
Yeah,
1982, directed by Paul Schrader.
I've never heard of that one.
The crowning achievement of Nastasia Kinski, the ultimate muse of the 80s.
I've never heard of it.
The most vital element of that movie is the reality it depicts. Leopards who turn into humans have intercourse with humans and turn back into leopards.
What?
What? What?
All right, I'm looking it
Is
up.
this like X-rated Animorphs before Animorphs was Animorphs?
Then they can only turn back into humans again if they mutilate their lovers.
What the fuck? Is this a real movie?
Yes, it is.
What?
I was awestruck by the sheer reality of it all.
I love this series.
It's a real movie.
This series is so good, you guys.
Understand? I'm talking about hyper-realism. After watching it, I felt like I just had to experience the world of cat people for myself.
Oh god, yeah. Oh wow, there's some cool effects in this movie. Wow.
So I've learned that York is a furry, which is fine. What? What?
The effects in this movie are ridiculous.
Effects? What do you mean?
Like going from human to leopard.
Is this like Animorphs? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wait, can you this is it's not safe for work. You can share that with chat actually. You guys want to see some shit? Please share that with the chat. It's very weird and a little disturbing, but it's not graphic or explicit.
It's kind of graphic.
It's not inappropriate to share on Twitch.
That's why I decided to visit New Orleans.
Effects.
And that's when I donned my first fursuit.
Okay.
Another vital element of cat people is the presence of Malcolm McDowell.
Really?
Malcolm McDowell from Blue Thunder. Oh, talk about a masterpiece. Listen
I
carefully.
guess that
David.
link didn't work.
Only an amateur would call A Clockwork Orange his best movie.
Really?
Really?
His best movies are Cat People and Blue Thunder.
Wait, are you serious?
Period.
Come on, Google, give me a...
You need to remember this, because it's the truth.
So, wait. The guy who was responsible for Clockwork Orange, which is a fucking classic, is also responsible for Cat People. Is that what you're telling me right now? This game is already doing work, like letting people know some real truths that they thought were hidden from, like over time.
Whatever you say, mister.
This is an expose.
So, what's your point again?
Never mind, don't worry about it. I already covered all the important parts.
Okay. Now that we've learned about cat people.
I learned so much in, how long have we been live? Like an hour and a half?
By the way, Mr. FBI, I ain't seen a car in the parking lot. How'd you get all the way out here, huh? Don't tell me you walked.
Well, that's a very good question. Chef David, you've got a sharp eye. It's true that I didn't park my car in your parking lot.
You know what's bothering me about York? His lips are off model. Everything else looks very York. Looks fine. His hair's a little bit, more anime. Longer. It's grown out a bit. His lips. He's got the direct satellite link up. He didn't have that before.
Do you know why?
Can't say I do.
Because it was stolen.
Huh? But you with the FBI, right?
Even FBI cars can be stolen. It could happen after you park your car on the side of the road and go off to do some legwork. When you're eating lunch, when you're watching a movie, when you're asleep at night, when you're buying cigarettes at the local supermarket.
Hell yeah, we're gonna do that for sure.
Your car can be stolen anywhere. That's precisely what it means to be an FBI agent.
Or a person in general. Dude, look at the omelet. That's peak PS2 graphics. It's beautiful. His lips look like prosthetics. Yeah, he's got very JoJo looking vibes right now, to be honest. I like that he's literally wearing pajamas. Yeah, that's very York, yeah.
In my case, my car was stolen while I was on my way down here.
Huh.
But no need to worry. I already reported it to the local authorities. And I've also already acquired another mode of transportation.
Another mode?
Want to hear the details?
Not really. But I'll listen if you want me to.
To be fair, it's pretty accurate for New Orleans area.
Then
yeah,
please do.
if you're a tourist with a car, it's probably going to get messed with. Yeah. I mean...
After I finished my work in Houston, I flew to New Orleans. Then, I rented a car at the airport.
Is it more likely your car will get jacked in New Orleans than anywhere else in the world? Or in the US, I guess.
Whenever I visit the West Coast, I always rent a convertible. Especially in California.
What?
But now I'm in hot and sticky Louisiana, so I decided on a brand new hybrid car. with a fully equipped air conditioning system.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fair.
A hybrid car.
Oh, yes, they're marvelous. Vehicles that utterly defy everything you think you know about cars.
It's a Prius.
Yeah.
Heelys. Oh man, you guys remember Heelys? I wanted them so badly.
Now, in the year 2005, it feels like we've finally entered the 21st century. Stomp down on the gas all you want. The engine won't make a sound.
It'll take a hot minute for it to go from 0 to 60, though.
It's silent?
At first, I felt like the landscape was moving past me on its own. Give it a few more years, and I'm sure we'll start seeing cars that run purely on electricity.
Oh yeah, that wasn't a thing in 2005, was it?
Who knows? In a decade or so, electric sports cars may end up lining the parking lots of Silicon Valley. I can see it now. It's the world of The Last Starfighter.
Mansplaining hybrid cars is so 2005.
1984, directed by Nick Castle. It's famous for being the first film to utilize realistic CG, but I couldn't care less about that. See, I was mesmerized by the beautifully refined mech designs.
I don't know this one
It
either.
even made me wish that I could be one of them myself, especially the Gunstar spacecraft. No other sci-fi movie has ever had.
So, yeah, where'd your hybrid car get stolen?
Wait, but I want to know more about that movie.
Sorry, I got off topic.
That's my favorite thing about Deadly Premonition.
I noticed it was missing after I finished my lunch and walked out of the diner. Incidentally, this diner was located at the entrance to a small town just south off the I-10. I went out to get back in it, but my hybrid car was nowhere to be found. I remembered exactly where I parked it, right between a blue pickup truck and a hedgerow. But when I came back from lunch, it had completely vanished. In short, someone stole it. And in its place, they left me this.
I like that he has a bowl of grits too for breakfast. I could never get into grits. That's the one southern cuisine that just like never. That and okra. I just could not. And sweet tea. Which is blasphemy.
Skate 4, baby.
Whoa, skate, baby!
A skateboard.
I thought you guys were kidding me about the skating part. Holy shit. That is very 2005, actually.
A skateboard?
Yes. While I was sliding my lunch into my stomach, someone was busy replacing my brand new hybrid car with a wooden board attached to 4 wheels.
Listen, those wooden boards with 4 wheels can get pretty expensive, actually.
Remarkable, don't you think?
So then how did you get here?
By riding the skateboard, obviously. Why do you look so surprised?
Tell me there's art. Tell me there's art of York skateboarding. I need it.
No, I couldn't ride the board very well at first.
I need him, like, doing an
By the
ollie.
time I hit the 3-mile mark, I'd more or less gotten the hang of it.
That's why you look jacked.
I need Ollie King Francis York Morgan. Sweet tea's fucking disgusting. Thank you. Like, I can get away most of the time with saying I don't like okra and I don't like grits, and people are like, oh, well, you just haven't put the right thing in grits. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure that I just don't like grits. And they're like, well, I like grits with cheese, or I like grits with salt and pepper, or I like grits with honey. And I'm like, I just don't like the texture. There's nothing I put in it is gonna make it good. But when I tell people I don't like sweet tea, they literally act like I have killed a member of their family.
By the 10-mile mark, I'd even learned to do a few tricks.
Hey, watch me ollie.
It was a journey of self-discovery. Not even I knew I had this latent talent sleeping inside me.
He's like the new Tony Hawk.
His face. What?
I need art of this. If it doesn't exist, I have to make it. It's the burden that I have to bear. Yeah, I need like lemon in my tea. Maybe honey, but lemon is more important. But like, I don't need a gallon of sugar. I don't.
Is the local law enforcement investigating the case?
Oh, we're talking about that again.
Shoot, mister, what you think?
No.
Now, I told you this ain't no city. We in the bonafide boondocks here.
Wait. So we're in Louisiana, but we're not in New Orleans. We're in, what's it called again?
Plus something. I just want to point to your
Does
attention.
anybody know where that is?
That he's floating.
I noticed that earlier and forgot to say something, and then forgot. Thank you for reminding
he's
me.
Floating.
He is
He's actually floating.
definitely floating.
There's no doubt about it. He is not touching the ground. He is lift off.
The car is New Orleans? Really? Well, so then it's not really. It is a city then. Why are you lying?
They got to know how to break up fights and keep folks from killing each other when they pissed you off. They sit down and talk it out with you heart to heart. And when that don't work, they just beat your ass.
Wow.
All right.
That's
That's the
typical.
deep south for you.
Yep.
Oof.
It sure is.
This murder ain't like that, though. A little kid got killed. A weird way. Like something on a TV show. The sheriff's department ain't never seen nothing like this.
Like, I don't understand why he's floating like that. It's really distracting, because they could just move him forward a little bit and lower him, and it would change nothing. Or they could move him back a little bit and put him up on the step, and it would also change nothing. It doesn't have anything to do with how the shot's framed. It would be so minimal. Why is he floating? Why?
We need to move on.
What do you know about the Clarksons' house?
We are going to be judging this for a while.
He's on an invisible skateboard.
Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say, but I'm gonna talk straight to you.
Oh.
You best steer clear of that place.
But I'm
That
investigating the
family ain't
murder.
just some gang. They're a whole different kind of beast. They folks with real power.
Like the mafia.
Remnants of the good old boys who shaped America in the early days.
Oh, never mind.
Especially the head of the family, P.J. Clarkson. He's the kind of monster who goes around eating other monsters. And I'm sure he's on edge now with his granddaughter getting murdered and all.
Ugh.
So don't go
Yeah.
barging in with that shiny FBI badge of yours and think you'll be safe or nothing. Things are different down here. So if you plan on sticking around, you best remember that.
I see. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, his accent, he is starting to seem more comfortable. I wonder how. I really want to see this cast list now.
Bizarre.
How many things he's been in before? Because he's
When you say
good.
it was like something from a TV show, what exactly do you mean?
Hey, mister, why do you look so excited, huh?
I mean,
Like a kid asking grandma to read him a fairy tale.
I just can't seem to keep myself away from young women who died in bizarre ways.
York,
Things you shouldn't say one.
phrasing. You could phrase that way better.
Well, I ain't seen it with my own eyes, but folks say they found the body hanging under a bridge on the bayou. And under that bridge, there was some kind of altar,
An altar?
like something they use in black magic. Something horrible.
Voodoo?
Nah, wasn't nothing like that. Just a weird altar.
That's all?
Oh, and the body was all cut up in pieces, scattered around the altar like.
It's like never voodoo, dude. This actually reminds me more of the White Walkers from Game of Thrones, how they would like line
Oh, yeah.
body parts up around like a little art project.
So she was sacrificed.
That's what the fella who discovered her said, yeah.
Bingo, Zach. This case has got our names all over it.
Well,
I guess.
This summer's gonna be another hot one. It's supposed to get over 95 today.
tell
Oh
me about
shit.
it.
Which in the South means that it's actually like 120 with the heat index and humidity.
Watch out you don't go getting heat stroke.
The Lise Clarkson case needs us. Don't you think so, Zach? The cat people are what guided us to New Orleans.
No.
We should be thanking Malcolm McDowell. Once we get home, let's watch Blue Thunder again.
I've never actually seen Blue Thunder. At least I had heard of Blue Thunder, unlike cat people, but I have not seen it.
I'm already looking forward to it. Aren't you, Zach? Zach, the searing light. These scents. It's the deep
Look at the sun.
south.
It's so, like, PS2 asset. Like, that's so good.
That was a fabulous breakfast.
You didn't touch it.
You're the world's greatest chef.
This is just a reminder of what it looked like when we first got it. Just pretend we definitely ate it.
Okay, you got it.
How can you eat lobster first thing in the morning? I just can't imagine.
Even the lobster's offended.
I'm trying to figure out what the rest of it is. I got grits, omelet, lobster. What am I looking at? Is that supposed to be like a biscuit?
Sure.
In the South, I would assume it's a biscuit, but it doesn't look like a biscuit. And Deadly
It's more
Premonition
like a
knows. Deadly Premonition knows what biscuits look like because Thomas was famous for his biscuits.
Egg.
I don't know.
Pickles.
Pickles? That's weird.
Wait, mister.
You would think hush puppies would be a thing.
You didn't take a single bite.
Wow, called out.
Well, the tea was to die for.
It wasn't even coffee. I'm offended.
But I'd prefer coffee next time. What would a morning be without coffee?
Quattro, what's up? This is amazing so far, by the way.
Oh,
I'm just saying, like, it's awful and amazing,
yeah,
which
it's exactly what we wanted.
It's exactly what a sequel for Deadly Premonition would be. Like, not even necessarily what it should be, just what it would be. Like, it just is. It's the natural progression. My only wish for this is that the combat isn't exactly the same, because for those who know Deadly Premonition 1, the combat segments were added in at the last minute because Swery didn't want combat in the game, so they were really, really bad. I hope at least in this one there was planning involved if there are combat sequences, and they're not horrible. Also, now I can move freely. We're not on rails. It is just normal controls, not tank controls. Which means that that opening sequence was very weird then.
Eh.
It maybe should not have given me any control at all.
It just told you to hold up.
Yeah, but like, if you give me control to move the character, I want to try to move around freely, and it did not let me. I was on rails the whole time, and no game in modern times has done that.
It told you to hold up.
It told me to hold up, but like, no one restricts you to just forward. Like, that doesn't happen.
Kimmy, you're playing a sweary game.
I know, but it was very...
Game direction is out.
And,
it's gone.
And that's what I like and expect out of this series, but it was distracting enough for me to not pay attention to what people were saying, and that is where it
You mean like
becomes
this
a
guy's
failure. Yeah, right now I'm way into this guy. His hands are in the table, and I love him.
He has become one with the table.
Look at him. He is the table. I never played the first one. Oh, I so recommend it. There's combat, yeah. Well, not really combat. It becomes like a first-person shooting kind of thing, or third person. It's third person. You can. I think there's a first-person view, but you don't have to do that. It's not good. It's bad. It's super bad. It's the only thing that makes Deadly Premonition 1 hard to play sometimes. And it was a last-minute decision. Swery did not want it to be that way. Oof, it is stuttery already. That wallpaper makes me want to vomit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very southern.
That's one way to tell us where his room's at.
York just stares at food until he feels full. I do have to say, as much as I kind of loved the tank controls in Deadly Premonition 1, just because it was... I don't mind tank controls, first of all, and second of all, it was, like, amusing. It's kind of nice, though, to be able to freely move around. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Hello. What are her hands resting on? Not her leg.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
I love her.
I don't remember the one woman in the original game who had her pot.
There
her
it
pan.
is. Pot lady.
Yeah, the pot lady. I don't remember her name.
Sigourney.
Sigourney. That's
I
what it
remember
was.
her.
Yeah,
I remember her
Sigourney.
well
Crazy
because
Sigourney.
she was based on Log Lady from Twin Peaks, who
Yeah, Sigourney.
unfortunately died during the last season of Twin Peaks. What a legend. She's looking. She's looking at her hands, and the LSD is kicking in. You're right. The answer is always invisible skateboard. She's holding her invisible skateboard. I'm such a fool. Why didn't I realize? Wait, hang on a second. We have to look at this painting. It almost looked 3D for a second.
Yeah, kind of.
Like a 2D, 3D kind of thing.
Huh.
Yes, good. Very good.
This twangy ass guitar.
Is also very good. Look at these, like, large
Larg.
rooms with just, like, nothing. This game is a treasure already. It's like 10 years behind the times.
What a fucking mirror that is.
Wait, where?
Turn around.
Where?
That's a mirror.
Where? Oh my god.
You're looking at it.
I didn't realize that was a mirror at first. Wow. That's incredible. You jump in the paintings
Yeah.
like Mario 64.
Let's go.
Let's go. Hey. They're like the drama masks. One's happy and one's sad.
Oh.
Imagine not being able to go in the lobby of a hotel because of wet floor signs. Hey, somebody worked really hard to clean those stairs with a mop. I'm sorry.
Brr. Oh, that was even offbeat. That was like one beat early, like brr.
It reminds me of the music when you're hunting for frogs in Sonic Adventure 2.
Kemi. Really?
It does.
You had to go there.
I did. I'm sorry.
Oh, look. Here we are again on the other
Wait.
floor.
Wait.
Oh, she's on the other cushion this time.
Wait.
They're twins.
They're
They
twins.
have
that's
matching
why.
skateboards.
They're twins. I don't know what this actually is supposed to be.
Moving on.
I haven't done anything. Oh my god, please. These guys. What's up? I'm.
So, God, that guy.
It's the same woman. She rode her skateboard down the stairs while we weren't looking.
Yeah, she grinded down the stairs.
All right, listen, guys. I have expectations of this series. If I don't have like two California Kings
The fuck, Kemi?
merged into one bed, I will be so disappointed.
You'll be okay.
I need a bed that can fit like 10 people in order to be satisfied with this room. You'll understand if you played Deadly Premonition.
Oh shit.
Oh hell yeah, the original theme.
Son Rouge.
Hell yeah.
They're chasing it all over America. I feel like we're finally on the verge of finding something now. Don't you, Zach?
So good.
I think it's about time we ordered a new briefcase. Yes, I know this one carries a lot of memories, but it's seen too much.
It's earned
This
retirement.
hole's from the shootout in Tucson. And this stains
Hole?
from Miami.
Wait,
Miami.
Oh, I see it. It's behind the
That was a
Francis.
fascinating case.
oh yeah, I do see it.
Billy, our perp, cut his own torso right in two.
Huh?
It's fucked up.
Even with the help of the drugs, a feat like that still requires incredible mental fortitude.
Yeah?
I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the floor. Same floor his blood gushed out onto.
Oh man, the mirrors are so crusty. I
Just
love
so
it.
crusty.
It looks like a Sierra game.
I know, Zach, I know. Now isn't the time for a trip down memory lane.
This was like redone. I can hear it. It's really good. Oh shit, yeah, this is back, I guess.
An emergent drug that's been on the rise in 4 southern states.
Yeah, the mirrors do look like a totally separate room. It's very bizarre.
Personally, I think it originated right here in Louisiana, and Lise Clarkson's murder must be connected to it somehow. The 16-year-old girl who was murdered.
Oh, she looks kind of like Anna, honestly.
Sure
Her
does.
body was found beneath a bridge over the bayou.
But doesn't this take place after Greenvale?
Nope.
Okay, so it's Kaysen then. We know it's Kaysen.
Yeah.
Along with a strange altar.
Because after Greenvale, Kaysen would not be around anymore.
It's my guess that Kaysen's
Powerful
already been
man who
here and done his
essentially
damage.
Controls the town of Lucare.
It might be a cult.
But this is 2005, isn't it?
Yeah.
When was the Greenvale case?
2010, I think.
Shit.
And he seems to be more fearsome than your average gangster.
Then that would put us presently in 2012.
I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any law enforcement, Zach.
Looks kind of like the victim in the original game, Anna Graham. She was a 16-year-old blonde. She had long blonde hair, but still, she was pretty. But she was young and stupid and easily manipulated. Honestly, this profiling is a little bit more.
You know, I keep thinking about that movie we stopped to see on our way here, Zach.
Oh boy. It's a little less surreal than the original game, which just gave you a bunch of flashes of scenes where like you were actually getting premonitions, and
Yeah,
but you
that,
couldn't make any sense of what the fuck you were looking at until way later.
those usually happen in combat areas.
Yes, combat areas, yeah. Oh shit, are you dead? If Anna is you.
The Island, 2005, directed by Michael Bay.
Oh hey, I saw that movie.
For a movie being shown at a cinema complex, it was surprisingly artistic.
Right?
An experimental setting mixed with hard-hitting drama. It was art house sci-fi.
Eh. It was okay.
That director's going to change the history of art house films. Are you following me here?
Mm-hmm.
This is another special film that's setting a new standard, just like Star Wars and Blade Runner did.
Well, York.
This is a turning point, Zach. You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word that will soon become a part of film history.
Not really. I mean, it was okay though.
Yes, this single movie
Don't
may
know
be
about that, Chief.
responsible for creating a whole new genre several years down the line. A genre known as island movies. I sure like the sound of that. Don't you, Zach?
Man, I love Swery. Just being ridiculously self-aware about, like, this kind of shit. He's so silly.
He
Okay,
who knocks.
listen, I'll answer the door, but I need to look at the bed. It's important. This room is already large. Wait, hang on a second. I'm sorry? What is happening?
Yeah, I don't know either.
What is going on here? This bed is so small. I want a refund. But this room is so large and has like an unnecessary amount of couches and shit. Like, and then there's this, which I'm way into, by the way. Like, if I rented like a hotel room or something, I would be stoked to find this in it. I'm not even lying. I'd be like, oh man, that is awesome.
That's the coat hanger.
I love this. This is awesome. That bed though, I want a refund. It's way too small. Ooh, we can shave. Hell yeah. Where's my money?
Brr,
Do I get money?
don't know.
I should get a bonus for shaving.
Due to the nature of our work, we've had to stay at hotels all over America. But Zach, do you know what I hate most about living out of a hotel? Shower pressure.
Yeah, but you get like almost unlimited hot water most of the time, depending on where you're staying.
The shower was invented so that human beings could quickly bathe in large quantities of water, correct? Yet there are far too many hotels in our nation that have showers with embarrassingly weak water pressure.
Yeah.
It's an outrage. And I'll keep tooting my horn about this every chance I get, believe you me.
Swery, did you make this game just to make bullshit claims?
Yes. We're gonna shower before we answer the door. I love that all these things I can observe, but not the altar.
Yeah. Is that a save point over there? It's a phone.
Oh yeah, you know what? You're probably right. Yep. Man, that's right. If this takes
Wishy
place in 2005, payphones aren't really as much of a thing anymore. At least I don't think so. I remember in 2005 specifically places in town that still had payphones, but they weren't really widely used.
What?
Another original song.
Hey there, chef. What's cooking?
Hell yeah.
What are you talking about, sir?
Huh?
I'm the concierge, David.
Oh my god.
What?
He's pulling that guy from Avatar, from the third season of Avatar.
I just heard from our
Doc.
chef that you wish to learn the meaning behind our town's name.
Yes, I've gathered that Lucare is French, but does it have any special meaning?
Why, yes, sir, of course it does. A very clear, logical meaning. All names have meanings. Would you like to know what this one means?
Yes, I would.
Jolly good, sir. Then allow me to explain.
I love this.
Lucare means square in French.
Ah. And
That's it.
that's it?
Yes, that's it, sir. Do take a gander at the town.
Oh,
map
that
in the
got me
lobby,
good.
Fancies you? It's beautiful, valuable, and old. I'm sure you'll understand once you see it. Now, please excuse me, sir. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
No, please, I implore you all. I need that as a gift too.
Did you see that, Zach? That was clearly David. Not a twin, not a split personality, just the work of a true professional. It's bizarre, but I can understand it. Remember what they say, the job makes the man.
This is incredible.
I implore you all to watch the episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Painted Lady, that has the character Doc in it, who plays like multiple guys that does multiple jobs around the town. And he's just like, no, that was my brother, Shu. Definitely not me, Doc. But it was like definitely the same guy.
We got a toolbox. Oh, we got stuff in there. Okay.
Oh my god, look at how horrible
I don't know what
the
you're talking
frame
about.
rate is. Oh, that hurts my...
It just looks like Borderlands 2.
It hurts my eyes to look at.
You have a full inventory.
But listen, it said that's a toolbox, but it said closet.
I'm very satisfied with the decorations and the size of this closet, Zach.
I want suits.
And it's even got a security box. What else could a man ask for? It's proof that we're still safely inside the fringes of modern civilization.
I want to change my suit. Yes! For 1 second, I thought that this wasn't going to be a thing and that it was pulling my leg, and I was about to be really upset with it. And I'm so happy.
Stylish brown.
I don't like stylish brown, though.
Yeah, it's shit.
How do I unlock new suits?
I don't know. Continue playing the game.
I need to get more suits. Pronto. That's a priority, actually. That and getting a bigger bed. Which is not going to happen, but I'm mad about it. Also, I miss Polly. She's probably dead by now. Well, no, this is prequel, not
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Do you feel that, Zach? Dozens of paintings no one will ever see. The faint scent of tobacco baked into these walls for over a century. Now that's what I call a hotel.
What?
Zach, can you see him?
What?
His fashion sense is beyond me, but he appears to be a gentleman.
What the fuck?
Perhaps we should talk to him.
Wait, what? Yeah, we gotta get Yorga Zoot suit. I would love that, actually. But, like, hold that thought. What the fuck's going on?
Now we're Mario 64.
Nice tie. Did you buy it here?
It's been a long time since someone spoke to me. No one these days ever tries to see me.
They can see what's far in the distance, but are blind to what's in front of them. No. Maybe they're only pretending not to see. That's what civilized society does to people.
Exactly. Ever
What?
since mankind got their hands on civilization, they zoomed away at a frightening speed.
The fuck is it?
Zoomed away from what?
Don't be a fool. You know the answer.
What?
As for me, just call me Hoongan.
Hoongan.
This is a
Title
bop,
given to
though.
a leader in a certain religion. Is that what you are?
This game has so
What?
many
Hold
great
on, what?
reacts.
What the fuck?
Do you comprehend the oracle?
This is seriously a jam, though.
Put on your religion hat, Zach. Here we go.
What?
Felton maidens, in the shrine of hunger, find the flying serpent in the ambiguous zero. Dance with the flying serpent, and you will glimpse the other world.
10 maidens and an ambiguous zero. Got it. But what do you mean by otherworld?
Follow the oracle.
I like his laugh.
Zach, did you hear all that? Looks like we've already taken our first step into chaos. But such is our duty.
Some of that
We need to
painted
accept
fruit
the chaos,
is actually squares, like
let it inside,
pixel
then
squares.
Carefully dismantle it piece by piece.
It's so crusty. I love it.
And after we've put all the pieces back into their rightful places, the truth will reveal itself. Let's capture the truth and present it with a shiny pair of silver bracelets, Zach.
I just want to reiterate, this game came out today,
Yeah.
in the year of our Lord 2020. Like,
Oh, he's alone now. Upstairs.
oh yeah, his friend left.
His friend left.
Oh no. I hope they're okay. He's just standing there, like, despondent. I hope they didn't get into a fight or something. What time is it?
2:30.
Okay, yeah, it's time. It's time to call that. Okay, I'm gonna go back to GoPro. No, wait, there is a payphone. This is at least believable in 2005. I do remember there being payphones in 2005. I guess we're gonna overwrite down here.
Do you have a inventory or pause menu? What's that?
Whoa, whoa.
We got fists.
I have a punch button.
Oh
Whoa.
shit.
I can do combos.
Okay, that's new. Oh,
Ah.
the red room's back.
Well, but I pressed plus though. I got the journal, but not the inventory. Wait, hang on. Oh, okay. That's how I get to that then. Data.
Yeah, it's hard. It's
Inventory.
kind of hard to follow where we were for a second.
Can't wait for you to Shenmue people with that tiger elbow.
Right?
Yeah, dude, that move was broken as shit. I'm just saying. Use and discard, you can carry up to 30. Okay. Discard things and then go away forever. Got it. Aw, that sucks that you can't just send things to the box, though. I think you could
Yeah.
do that in the original. Oh well. Interesting that we have rubber bullets. That was never a thing before.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Feather
Maybe
cigarette.
we're not fighting monsters.
Oh hell yeah, though. We can pass time with cigarettes
Slowly pass time.
and lollipops. Well, we'll have to look into that next time. I am so happy. I love this already. It's gonna be a good ride. And it's a good time with Swery. My only hope is that maybe if there's combat, it's not as bad. They had time to prepare for it this time, so hopefully it's not as bad.
We can only hope.
That's my only hope. Everything else is all part of the charm. The bad graphics, all of it.
Yeah, it's all there.
It's everything that I want from this game and more.
Oh, this Gmod animation.
Yes. I'm so happy. I hope to maybe I want to say that I will return to this tomorrow, but also tomorrow is the live Ace Attorney dub with Sonic Mega, so I don't know for sure. So I'm gonna try really hard to get back to this sometime this weekend because I really, really love this. In the meantime, though, it's 2:30, so I'm gonna close that out and try to sleep maybe.
I have to say they upgraded that bass groove
Yeah,
in the background.
It's a jam. They redid all the music. I can tell. But yeah, have a super cool night, and I'll see you guys next time. And I love your faces. Bye.
Good night, guys.